Hi everyone, Shawn Martin. I just finished cleaning up my entire apartment. When I decided to fix up my computer, I decided that I needed to clean my office. And when I decided to clean my office, I decided that I had to clean the living room. And when I decided to clean the basically I ended up cleaning the entire house. So I feel all shiny and new. And what happened while I was doing that is I found something. It's an artifact from my past. It is a journal, a diary. And I was very bad at keeping journals. This one goes from June 1999, when I was nearly 14, is that correct? Yes. When I was nearly 14, until January 2000. And then I stopped. And as far as I know, I never kept a journal during my teenage years again, because after that point is when I started using Xanga. And yes, I've said this before, my Xanga is still up. It still exists. Xanga was a blog site way before Facebook or anything like that. And you could have friends and you could basically follow people. It was kind of like a long-form Twitter. You would make long blog posts and you would subscribe to people and receive their updates. And basically I was subscribed to only people that I knew in real life. And as far as I know, the only people who were subscribed to me were people that I knew in real life. This was before I was trying to get out there into the public eye. But for some reason, I chronicled this 6-ish month period. And it's an interesting journey because this Shawn is not this Shawn. This is a 14-year-old version of me that is obsessed with girls. Not that I'm not still obsessed with girls, but, you know, just the one. Insecure, for sure. Very focused on the day-to-day. Not living a pressured life. And he's also the Shawn who would do something like this. That says, "Dis be Shawn's journal, man," in really bizarre lettering. 3 different styles. I got the curly cues going on up here. What the hell? And then I got the really, really bad block lettering that's all pointy for some reason. And then I gave up on both of those and went with just like straight lines and then like the worst underline ever. What was I doing? So I'm going to read from this, and I'm going to have to, once we get to my first girlfriend, I'm going to go ahead and change her name, and I will also have to omit certain portions because it gets a little too personal, not for me, but for the people who are involved. And not that they will probably ever see this, but I don't want to get in trouble for any reason. So we're just going to start at the top, and we'll probably make a couple of videos out of this. So this is June 14th, 1999. It is a Monday, and for some reason I felt the need to let my journal know that it was 7:25 p.m. Good job. Dear Journal, and new journal, I should say, brand spanking new, so new that I'll shut up now. I wrote that. I'm not even joking. Brand spanking new, so new that I'll shut up now. First time I've written in any journal for over 2 years. If those journals exist anywhere, I don't know where they are. I doubt that they still exist. I don't know where to start catching you up on everything. As if this oh, I'm so weird. I guess I'll just talk about current stuff, and if I need to talk about past stuff, I'll do it as I go along. Good thinking, Shawn. Today is Monday, the first weekday in a while that I don't have homework to do. It is June 14th, so school must have just ended. Friday was my last school day in 7th grade. Hooray. Gotta watch Dilbert later. Okay, let's think about this. Dilbert was turned into a show briefly. I believe it is on Netflix. I know I've seen it there before. I don't know if it's still on there. I think it was on UPN, which in America was a pretty... It doesn't even exist anymore. It was a crappy station, and it was full of crappy shows. No offense to anyone who watched anything on UPN. But Dilbert was there, and it wasn't great. But for some reason, my 14-year-old mind decided that I liked it. I keep saying 14. I was 13. I was 13 at this point. Okay, so our next entry, that was the whole first entry. What? Like, that's it. There's not even a back on that page. June 17th, 1999, Thursday, noon. Dear Journal, hey, couple of days, no write. Ha! So let's see what's going on. Yes, I wrote Tuesday we went out to the mall for swim trunks, and we, meaning me and my sister, got an awesome Game Boy game called Pokemon. This is when I got Pokemon. I got blue. What were the two versions? It was blue and red. I got blue, and my sister got red. Green did not exist in the United States until later. It's really awesome, I say. My sister, I believe, is addicted. He. So, what else? Oh, the reason I got the trunks. The church, I was very involved in my church and the youth group. The church is going to Rehoboth in Delaware, and Rehoboth is a beach. Rehoboth is also a biblical location, in case you're curious. It was kind of a coincidence that that's where we went, but it always factored into the trip somehow. And I'm going, as well as my friend from church, Shane. We're going to do all kinds of stuff together. Shopping, mini golf, boogie boarding, checking out chicks. Whoops, did I just say that out loud? No, Shawn, you didn't. You wrote it. You wrote it down. All kinds of great stuff. I'll be sure to take you along, Journal, to record all my travels and adventures in. Then, for some reason, I felt that today's entry was not complete, so I continued again at 7:40 p.m. Again, very important to know the time and date that we're doing this. Continuing, ... Lately, I've been working at my friend Jonathan's farm. I pick strawberries. This was my first job. I pick strawberries for 50 cents per quart. I'm sort of a slow picker. Also, it does not help that the patches I pick in are not full of strawberries. I'm sure I'm just making excuses. On Monday, I got a really awesome patch and picked 18 quarts, $9. That's the most I've picked all season. Tomorrow, I'm going over and staying a little late to play baseball and stuff with Johnny Boy. That's what I called him, Jonathan, my friend. My friend Pete is going to invite me over after that, maybe. If not then, Saturday. His one friend, he only had one friend, his one friend went to Peru. Really? I don't even remember this. His one friend, by the way, I'm reading this fresh. Like, I skimmed through it to just kind of refresh myself with like the stuff I was doing to make sure I wasn't going to really embarrass myself. But this, I'm pretty much reading this without knowing what I'm about to read. So, okay, so his friend went to Peru and on a missions trip and lent Pete his drum set and Les Paul. So we're going to jam together. I play drums, Pete plays bass, and our other friend, Clay, plays guitar. I don't even remember Clay. I have no idea who that is. Pete, strangely enough, I'm digressing, Pete and I later, 10 years later, played in a band with my wife, Alicia, called The Hittits. I will include a link in the info to The Hittits on YouTube. We had some good stuff. We also did an awesome cover of a Devo song called The Day My Baby Gave Me a Surprise, which has gotten a significant number of hits on YouTube. And Alicia sings in that one, so you should check it out. Anyway, so that's like the small world after all lesson from reading this journal today. Pete and I went on to play together in a band 10 years later. It's ridiculous. We're not sure if Clay can come or not yet. Again, I don't know who Clay is. At Pete and my last jam session, we played for about an hour, just fooling around, but we sounded awesome. So we couldn't wait to do it again. Sunday is Dad's Day, Father's Day, so I don't know what we're doing yet. I'm talking to Pete, he's putting me on hold. I'm hearing MXPX music. Man, that's awesome. Gotta go. MXPX was a pop-punk band that he introduced me to that I was then really into. And I can still appreciate, but they're still around and making music that I don't like. I liked them 10 years ago. Not so much now.